Alrighty, what is going on, everybody? My name is Blitzwinger, and of course, welcome on back to another brand spanking new episode of Blitzvillage. Right off the bat, I have to say thank you guys so very much for the amazing support on the last episode. We hit over 20,000 views and hit over 650 likes, which was absolutely awesome indeed. Thank you guys so very much. Maybe we could get to 700. Let's shoot for that. Let's see if we could get there. So that being said, I hope you guys are in a fan-flipping-tastic day. Of course, before we get to the episode of Blitzvillage, as always, we have to address your awesome submissions into Blitzvillage. Now, one thing that I want to address, an extra thing, is people that get mad when they don't get featured. Don't forget, guys, I get, like, literally, I'm not lying, probably over 35 to sometimes, like some weeks for episode 50, for example, we got over 100 submissions. So when you get that many submissions, what I do is I narrow them down. Obviously, I take all of them. Every time I favorite one, I'll save as, and I'll title it the person's name. And what I do then is I randomly draw 3 to 4 names for each week. And those people that get drawn, they get removed from that folder because they've already been featured. So what I'm saying is that if you don't get featured right away, the week that you send out, let's say you watch this episode, right? And then you send in a submission right after watching the episode. And then you tell me, hey, wait a minute, why wasn't it featured on next week's episode? Well, that's because there are people who send in submissions from last week and the week before that still have a chance to be featured because guess what? They've sent in a submission and I feel bad if they don't get a chance to be featured. So it's just a matter of time until you will be featured. So don't worry about that. You will be featured at some point. It's just a matter of time. So with all that being said, let's get rocking and let's get rolling. Our first submission of the day is the one and only Joshua Linares, who sends in an Invader Zim, and there's a big robot next to it. Like, that's the character from Invader Zim there. One of the characters. I don't remember his name. But he also sent in a big giant robot. And I think that's that robot from, what was that Cartoon Network show? It was like Mega XLR, I think. Something like that. I think that's what this robot is from. I might be wrong. I tried to tweet back at this person to ask and verify what it was, but never got a response. So I think that's what it was, but maybe I am wrong about that. So let me know what you guys think that robot is. Definitely resembles that show. Next up after that, we've got David Munson, who sends in a heads trophy case with basically Isaac, Narus Gamer, and my character all on a giant pedestal, which kind of freaked me out. I was like, this is a little bit scary. I was like, is this supposed to be like a Minecraft death threat or something? It was really funny and really scary at the same time. So thank you, but thank you also for scaring me like crazy. And then finally, the final submission of the day, the one and only Commander J-Man sends in a cool house. I guess maybe it's not just a house. It's kind of like a cottage. It's got a really cool roof. I like the shape of that. And definitely is a very intriguing build. And something that I would certainly consider to do for Blitzvillage. However, and one other thing that I want to address. Oh yeah, and by the way, that is the final submission of the day, of course. And of course, if you want to be featured in an upcoming episode, definitely do so by tweeting at me over on twitter.com/Blitzwinger or of course at Blitzwinger. So thank you guys for doing so. That being said, of course, let's get cracking. Today we're going to be continuing building our awesome firehouse over here. By the way, thank you guys for the amazing response on the fire truck. Most of you guys were very positive and said, hey, that looks awesome. And, I would have done a much poorer job than that and everything, and that makes me feel good, obviously, because most of the time I'm like, that looks horrible. Now, one thing that I did add, and actually it's one of you guys commented in the video, was to add buttons as hubcaps, and I think that was a really excellent idea, so that's what I went ahead and did, and I think it does look a little bit better. It brings the wheels a little more to life. So with all that being said, today we're going to assemble the firehouse. For those of you that asked for the Lego Batman statue, that is definitely going to be coming. Most of you guys wanted to see that, so that's why I'm going to assemble it. And for those of you that asked for the, what was it called? The Pokemon Stadium, that's also going to be coming because you guys were like, yes, Lego Batman statue, yes, stadium. It was just such an awesome response, so I really was happy with that indeed. So, that being said, let's get cracking. I've laid out a little bit of the format of how I want the, how big and in terms of wide and length, width and length, I should say. Come on, Blitzwinger, figure out your English here. But yeah, this is kind of going to be what we're sticking with, this kind of range. I don't want to make it huge, as I said, because I feel like when we make these types of places too big, like when we did the let's say the food mart or anything like that, we spent like 4 or 5 episodes on that, and that's a lot of time on just one build. So what I think I'm going to try to do is build the places a little bit smaller, but at the same time, still try to put nice amounts of detail into them and such, and hopefully you guys will be okay with that. It seems like you guys weren't last time when I asked you guys about that, but then again, I just want to preface that again, because maybe you didn't watch the last episode, and then you're only watching this one. So, this is going to be the entrance here, and I'm wondering, I remember seeing one design that I really, really liked once, and it was like pillars and everything. It looked really sweet, but I'm trying to figure out what would we want to use for that. So first off, I think we're going to definitely put to a good use these bricks, because usually when I think of a firehouse, it kind of reminds me of Ghostbusters a little bit, and I think the Ghostbusters was built out of bricks like this. So we'll definitely use that, but furthermore, on top of that, okay, we're going to use probably, this is tough to decide now. Now I'm in that process where I'm like, what do we do? Okay, you know what? Let's try this. So we're going to go ahead and build out a bit of an arc, kind of, around the entranceway here. So it would be kind of, do we want to go 4 high? Let's see, where are these stone steps? There we go. Now, I need these steps to face, nope, inward, nope, yep, that's what I want. And then, same thing over here, nope, yep. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. That's definitely coming together nicely. And then if we put a block over top of this. Okay, so there's our entranceway. That's what we're going to go with. I think that looks actually pretty nice. I think that's it's a pretty cool little entranceway. Now we're going to need a background on here. So do we just, I wonder how would this look? I'm wondering how it would look around the steps. That's the problem, really. And then we would put doors here. Do we want to do that? It looks like a face, doesn't it? Look, there's the eyeballs, and then this is the mouth screaming like, no! Actually, yeah, we're keeping that. That looks funny. That looks goofy. We're keeping that. That looks awesome. All right, so, oh, whoops, sorry. Come here, door. Come here, door. Okay, we're going to need that door. Here we are. So this is going to be the main entrance here. Right, bam. You walk on in. This looks good. I like it. I like it quite a bit. That looks pretty fantastic. So, now we got to build the outside shell of this thing, which is obviously going to require quite a bit of work here. So I'm wondering, do we want to go all brick, or maybe, I remember one time, man, I wish I would have brought out the picture. I remember one time there was a picture that kind of did it really nicely, where it was a nice mix of where they did kind of different designs, like it was like a firehouse. It was built out of stones at the bottom, I think, and then built out of bricks at the top. So I hope you guys understand what I mean. And if you don't, you'll see it in just a moment. That's the lovely thing about Blitzvillage, is that I bring my ideas to life, kind of. My design ideas, at least, which oftentimes are not very pretty. I know, you don't have to say it. I know somebody's wanting to type that in already. Oh, but don't really do this, or something like that, because that's the internet for you. People prefer to be mean to one another than to be nice to one another. Then again, it's definitely not an issue with our community, so I always thank you guys a lot for that. Not only are you guys kind to me, but what I like the most is that you guys are kind to one another. Like I've said, the coolest part is like when I log on or something like that, and then I see somebody post a happy birthday message or something like that, you know, and then I see a ton of people, like 18, 20, 30 people posting as a response to that person, happy birthday, and hope you have a good one, and everything like that. And I love that. I think that that's really, really cool and really inspiring that you guys are so kind to one another. Okay, so let's see. I'm kind of realizing there's a bit of a problem here, because we've got 3 blocks here and then only 2 blocks here. So it's not perfectly even. That's the main issue there. But at the same time, I think it comes together nicely over here, so I don't think it's that much of a concern. Ooh, I forgot. I should probably time set 0, so we can see things better. Alrighty, so now we are in the step of kind of mixing the 2 elements together. So first off, I think maybe we could use this to kind of create the mix-up. Nope, I don't like the way that that looks. Nope, nope, nope. So, what is our other option? We could do this, maybe. Then have this. Oh, look at that. That looks pretty fancy. Right? Yeah. That's what we're going with. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and build this out. Then, whoop, nope. Yeah, that's what we want. Okay, so it's going to come together like this. Then, like a typical awesome firehouse, we're going to have an awesome sauce little display over here. Whoops. Okay. We're going to go triple layers on this. And then we're basically going to create another arc right around that. So, and again, I'm going off the top of my mind because I remember the design that I used last week. And I recall the way it looked. So, and I really liked the way it looked. So that's why I'm going with that same kind of pattern and the same kind of design. Okay, so this is good. I like this. I think that this looks actually quite nice indeed. So let's see. Then we're going to go ahead and layer out another one of these. All right. And of course, don't forget that we can always add more and more details at the end. Like you saw, like for example, I added the hubcaps after getting suggestions from one of you guys. You guys said, hey, you know what would be really cool to bring the wheels to life? Just add a little button on top of that so that the hubcaps look more realistic. And I was like, you know what? That's a really excellent point. And when I did it, I was like, oh, wow, that looks excellent. So do we want to curve the roof kind of around? Yeah, I think that looks good. Okay, so now we're just going to go ahead and lay out all these steps. There we go. Things are looking cool now. Whoops. Alright, this is going to give it a very, very unique silhouette as a design, so I like that quite a bit. It's going to look quite nice once it's fully finished, of course. Clickety, 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 clickety. That's what I should call this episode, because there's a lot of clicking on this one. Okay, so this is definitely starting to come together now. So now let's see. Do we want to maybe throw a little bit of regular stone in there? Just as a bit of a leveling design. And then this is going to be all bricks all around it. Alright. Oh, man. Okay. I'm liking the way that that's coming together. This is going to look awesome, guys. I really think that this is going to look pretty sweet. Okay, so let me see. Let's see. We don't really need that ladder right now, so we might as well go ahead and get rid of that. And in the meantime, we're going to go ahead and assemble our little arc type shape. And this is going to be a bit of a challenge. Let me see. So as long as it looks... Nope. There we go. You kind of have to point it up. And then it will do what you want it to do. Finally, you're like, yeah, you did it. You did what I asked you. Let's see. Let's cover this up like this. All right. And then we fill out all this stuff with glass again. And we see how this looks, of course. The key is for it to look nice, obviously. We don't want it to look ugly. Okay, so I think it's kind of noticeable, which is somewhat bothersome to me. Like, it kind of makes me bothered. But then, when you look far enough, I don't think it'll be noticeable. I think once we have all the pattern done, I think it won't be that noticeable. So, of course, the other reason why I'm making the firehouse quite tall, and I know I said before, hey, we're not going to make really big designs anymore. And then, as soon as I say that, of course, I make a huge, giant firehouse. But the main reason for that is because I feel like... Yeah, okay, that looks good. I feel like it's important for a firehouse to have that fire pole, you know, where the firefighters ride down and everything. It's one of those things that we always see in movies and in everything, so it's like a key element. I feel like if you don't get that right, you kind of messed up the entire firehouse, so that's why I feel like an obligation to get it just right. So here I'm wondering, do we want to go triple layers? Let's see, does that look better? No, I think the double one looks actually a little bit nicer. So, then we're going to use these blocks for our framing. And we will basically build up another huge window, or set of windows, I guess. So it would be like this, right? Then we could have a little bit of space. There we go. Boom, boom. This looks good. Okay, wait. So then the frame of the house continues. I'm going to carry on down here. Same thing through here. Whoops. Okay, perfect. There we go. So this is two giant windows again. And then we've got our brick design going up again. So you see we're kind of rotating things using a whole bunch of different bricks, and I think that that's kind of showing how much better I've gotten at building, and more importantly, how much cooler Blitzvillage is going to start looking over time now, because now I've realized kind of the value of using different bricks to differentiate buildings and such, instead of just always reusing just stone or bricks or anything like that. I'm kind of mixing them all together, and you see it gives you a really nice texture design, and I love that. I think that looks really, really sweet. So now we're just going to go ahead and do the exact same thing. We're going to go ahead and replicate that over on this side. I'm just wondering, do we want to do a big window in the back here or leave that be? Because what we could do is we could obviously replicate that, so the same kind of arc, or actually I think what would be kind of cooler, to be quite honest, just to differentiate the back of the house, would be to just make one ginormous window, right? So it would be like this. It's a huge window. You cannot do a thing. The firehouse, it's like you can't even pick your nose. Everybody can always see you because there are so many open windows. It's just like constantly, oh my gosh, I can't even pick my nose. What is going on? There are too many windows in here. But I think it looks sweet. Okay, perfect. So now we're going to go ahead and design this. This is looking good. This is starting to look very, very promising. That's for certain. So, I just don't want to get too ahead of myself and make sure that we keep the design proper here. So then we begin our windows, which are going to be 4 blocks in total, but then of course most of that is the frame. Here we go. Slide on down, and then we put a brick right there. Okay, good. Then we're going to go for the dual layer of these guys, the red bricks, which look awesome. Very, very classic type look to them. And then, of course, another big giant window frame. There we go. This is looking very promising. Okay, I can't wait to see it once we've laid it out all completely, because that's what I like the most, is that moment when you pull back and you're like, wow, this is so cool. Because when you're so close to it, you don't realize what you're building fully, you know? It's only once you've kind of pulled back and you're like, oh wow, look at that. That turned out far nicer than I had even thought it would. You know? Okay, this is looking promising. Now we just got to get this. Okay, is that going to be proper? Yeah, okay, wait. What's wrong with me? Forgot to put the regular stone at the bottom. There we go. Okay, perfect. So now we're just going to go ahead and grab this, and this gets built out. The only problem is we are going to have triple bricks over on this side now, which is due to that little mismeasurement by me. But again, I don't think that really hinders the design. Oh man. Okay, this is starting to look very, very promising now. Look at this! This is looking quite cool indeed. I like this. I like this quite a bit. Okay, so then what we could do is, for a little bit of added elements of design, we could add a little bit of touches like, actually maybe something like this. Yeah, okay, I think that looks sweet. And we'll do this, 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 and this, and then the same thing over on this side. This, 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 this. I'm just saying this, 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 because that's a conversation, not really. Okay, so now that we're done with that, now we can lay out our top of the roof, or the very rooftop, I guess it would be called. The top of the roof, aka a rooftop, Max. Yep, it's really not that difficult to remember. For some reason, for you it is. Okay, we do not want to be falling down. Good thing we have superpowers in this game mode, that we can just catch ourselves and fly back up. No! Okay, thank you, Charizard. You're looking out for me, buddy. You're looking out for me. Okay, so I don't know if that's enough. Do we go another layer higher? I just want to see how it looks on top of that. Actually, from what I remember, the design I had seen, I think they had another layer of red after, because I think that would look cool. Let's see. Let me try to lay it out a little bit further so I can actually tell whether or not I like the look of it. Oh yeah, that looks awesome. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and lay down another layer of red bricks. And then after that, of course, all we need to do is do the interiors of the firehouse, which I guess means that we're going to do kind of a third episode on the firehouse. Then again, I don't think it's going to be a full episode. I think that on the next episode of Blitzvillage, we will finish the firehouse, and in the same episode, we will also begin the brand new build, which is going to be most likely, hopefully you guys will be excited for it, the Lego Batman statue, which is something that I'm very much looking forward to. Okay, so I think I was thinking of making the ceiling glass first, but then I was like, you know what? There's too much windows. There are too many windows in this place anyway. We might as well make it like a solid rooftop, you know? So what I think we should do is just go ahead and lay this out. Okay. It's always tricky to lay down slabs because it requires a little bit more concentration than blocks, because you don't want to double stack them, because if you do that, you can't delete just the one. You know, once you did that, it's going to delete both of them. So it's a little... Oh. As soon as I say that and show an example, I actually do it. Of course. Brilliant. Okay, excellent. So now we're just going to go ahead and do the same thing over here. Okay, come on. Come on. Almost there. Okay, very nice. Very nice. This is promising. I'm wondering, do we want to put a helicopter on the top of the roof? If we do that, then we might actually use the entire episode next time. Oh, wow. I didn't even know. You can do it then? Oh, you can delete the top one, can't you? I didn't know that. That's cool. Look at that. Whoa, we just did it. How did we just do it before? What? That was amazing. We did it before. Interesting. I had thought that you cannot delete the slabs once they're together like that. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe I was wrong. Evidently, I was wrong. Ooh, actually, maybe we, let's see, where are, I should say, some of the other slabs. This is the one I'm looking for. Okay, I think this would look cool, no? Yeah, I think that looks sweet. Kind of mix things up, you know, make the rooftop two different patterns. Again, just playing with a lot of patterns with this design, which is really fun. Definitely quite liberating. Now that I've done like different patterns and everything, it makes me feel like Lego... it makes me feel like I'm playing with Legos. That's what I was trying to say. But it makes me feel like Minecraft is more and more like Lego, where you can mix and match sets and stuff. Okay, look at this. There's our awesome firehouse next to our fire truck. So now all we need is just a couple torches here. Whoops. Where's that torch? Come here, torch! Come here, bud. Alright, so... Now, why can't I fly? What's going on here? Okay, that was weird. Was I holding shift there? Was that what was causing that? Hi, carumbas. How could I not notice? Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and lay down plenty of torches so that the place is well lit. Then again, there's something kind of strange about having so much fire surround a firehouse. So there you go, guys. That is the firehouse. It is... lay down, the foundation is there, the building is there. Now we just need to fill it up, make a second floor, obviously. You have the pole right down. Ooh, look at that. I love the way that the ceiling looks. That looks awesome. All right, so there you have it, guys. If you guys enjoyed today's episode, please give it a big like rating. I would really, really, truly appreciate that. Of course, don't forget to share the videos with your family and friends. Favorite the videos as well. I will catch you guys next time. Have a fantastic day, and I will see you later. Oh, yeah, and of course, don't forget to send in your awesome submissions to be showcased on an upcoming episode of Blitzvillage. Thank you guys so very, very, very much for watching. I will see you later, alligators. Bye-bye, guys.